Hello, welcome back to the Board Games 4K YouTube channel, and this is a channel where we give you reviews, playthroughs, unboxings, and we generally talk a load of bollocks about tabletop gaming in general. And in this video, we're going to be talking about a negotiation game. We're going to be talking about Chinatown, and this is a game where you will be acquiring businesses, you will then be trading money, you'll be trading businesses, plots, whatever you want, in order to amass as much money as you can that will eventually allow you to win the game. So in this video, we're going to be giving you a very brief overview of the rules. We'll be telling you what we do like, what we don't like. Then we'll come back and we'll tell you whether or not Chinatown is still worth your time and bother today and in the future. So remember, if you're new here, please consider subscribing to this channel. Leave a comment in that section down below. And we'll see you after this. So, Chinatown, how do you play this game? So first thing you're going to do is you're going to put the board in the centre of the table, and you'll notice that there are several different districts in this game, and each of the districts is divided up into approximately sort of 15 or 13 different plots, right? You're going to choose a colour and you're going to take the corresponding markers. Everyone's going to get $50,000, and then you will elect a player to go first. The active player is going to take the deck of building cards. Dependent on how many players are playing the game, you're going to deal out a certain number of these cards, right? And then again, dependent on how many people are playing the game, you will choose a certain number of cards to keep, and you'll throw the other cards that you don't want back into that deck of building cards, right? Then everyone will simultaneously reveal, and you'll take your markers and you'll place them on the numbered plots that correspond to the building cards that you have got, right? So next thing you're going to do, you're going to draw the shop tiles, and there's different categories of shop tiles. You might have dim sum, you might have tropical fish, you might have photos, you might have restaurants. There's loads of different suits of tiles, and you'll notice that each tile has got a number in it that has to do with the maximum size of the business, and size is calculated by tiles that are adjacent to each other orthogonally, not diagonally. Okay, so what you'll do, you will reach into the bag on your turn and you will pull out a certain number of building tiles dependent on how many people are playing the game, and you'll put them face down in front of you. Once everyone's drawn their allocated number of tiles, everyone will reveal, and then you'll move on to the next phase. So the next phase allows you to trade, and everything in this game is up for trade. You can trade money, you can trade plots, you can trade businesses, you can trade anything you want. All you've got to remember is that you can't move tiles once they are on the board. You can move the markers, but you cannot move tiles once they're on the board. So once everyone has agreed that the trading portion of the game is over, you'll move on to placing the shop tiles. You'll do this in turn order, and what you do, if you decide to place a shop tile on a board, you'll take your marker off, you'll put the shop tile on the board, and then you place your marker back on it, and then you own that shop. So next thing you're going to do, you're going to earn income. You'll look at the incomplete businesses and they'll score you a certain number of points, and if you've got complete businesses, that means that you've got the maximum number of buildings that's dictated on the tile orthogonally adjacent to each other, then you're going to score more points for having those complete businesses. So you'll take your income, you'll put it in your stash, and then you will move on to the next phase. There's going to be 6 phases to this game, and at the end of the 6th year in 1970, just before I was born, then the player with the most money will be the winner of Chinatown. So what do we like about Chinatown? So the first thing that we really like about Chinatown is that this has to be one of the most simple negotiation mechanisms that you can get in a board game, and it's also one of the best. It is raw. It's a raw experience. When you're playing this, especially with 5 players, it's going to be absolute bedlam. There's going to be things flying around, people are going to be interrupting each other, people are going to be trying to get each other's attention. You're going to have bids that are halfway through, you can interrupt bids, you can lie, you can cheat, everything's up for grabs, and we love the sense of chaos that this game creates. It's second to none. So the second thing that we really like about Chinatown is the fact that ordinarily we would hate the random card draw in this game, but the stroke of genius is that it's mitigated by the fact that you can choose to keep a certain amount of these building cards. You've got to throw some away, so there's a choice there. It's not just a case of if you're dealt a crap hand, that's all you could do about it. There is a choice. It might not be a very good choice, but there's still a choice nonetheless, right? So the third thing that we really like about this, and it leads on from the last point, is the fact that, again, the random tile draw ordinarily would be a real pain in the bum, but again, it's mitigated by the fact that you don't have to play all of your building tiles. You can hold them back, you can save them up, and that gives signals to other players about what your tactics might be or what they might not be, because you could be lying, you could be hogging the dim sum so that the other players can't get it, and that means that they're going to be trying to throw more cash or more plots your way. So the fact that the randomness in this game is really, really well mitigated is genius. So the final thing that we really like about this game is that when you are choosing which building cards to keep, sometimes it's not always in your interest to concentrate on the plots that you need to get your tiles out onto the board. For instance, like you might want to keep a plot that is bang smack in the centre of somebody's plot of 6 restaurants or whatever it is. That means that they're going to be coming to you trying to wrench that out of your grasp, right? And that means more money for you. So the way this game sort of plays with that sense of not necessarily having to concentrate on your own game and trying to mess with other players' strategies is absolutely fantastic. That's one of the main things that we really, really like about Chinatown. So what don't we like about Chinatown? So the first thing, and probably the most biggest pain in the backside about this one, is the fact that counting up cash at the end of each round, bearing in mind you've got to do this 6 times, it makes my brain explode. I've lost count how many times that you go around the board going, right, 10, 20, $40,000, da 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 da, blah blah blah, and then someone goes, oh, did you forget to count that one? And you're like, oh, so you're gonna have to start again. You're going to have to start again. And even if you write down on paper, there's going to be somebody who goes, no, did you count the tropical fish? So what there needs to be in this, there needs to be some kind of chart or something where you can keep track of what you've got and how much cash you're going to generate as you go. There's probably some file on Board Game Geek we haven't looked, I don't know, whatever. But cash counting will give you a brain ache. So the second thing that we don't like about Chinatown is that on occasion, trading sometimes can be quite frustrating, because if you're in a game with a lot of people that have got big gobs and they're bullying other people or they're shouting, you could be sat back and you might not get the trade that you want, and that can be quite frustrating. So, I wouldn't recommend playing this game with timid people or players that aren't used to sort of raising their voice or making their point about what they actually want to get. This game suits people that are willing to get stuck in, and that's not going to be everyone's cup of tea. So the third thing that we don't like about this, and this is to do with the aesthetics of the game, is that I'm not colourblind or nothing, but some of the tiles look too similar. Like, for instance, you've got the tropical fish, and then I can't remember what the other one is, but the shades of blue are practically the same, and some of the shades of brown are really, really difficult to sort of differentiate between each other. And there's been occasions when I've been playing this game where you've got the token over the name of the tile. I've bought tropical fish when I'm thinking that it was, I don't know, whatever, it was jewellery or whatever the other dark blue one was, and that's messed me up big time. So you've got to remember to always double check exactly what you're going to be buying, otherwise you're stuffed. So the final thing we don't like about this game is the fact that it looks like a pile of crap. It looks like a car crash, right? The colours are muted, the buildings are grey, some of the tiles, they just don't look colourful at all. Okay, once a lot of the tiles are down, you've got these sort of, I don't know, blues and the light blues that sort of do bring it to life slightly, but it is a very, very dull and uninspiring game to look at when you're playing it, and it doesn't really fit with the chaotic nature of the theme, you know what I mean? So to summarise, is Chinatown still worth playing today and in the future? And we are going to say absolutely yes. This is one of our favourite negotiation games, maybe the favourite negotiation game that we like. I mean, okay, you've got Cosmic Encounter and Nothing Personal, all that, but this, if you put those three in WrestleMania, this one would come out tops, you know what I mean? It stands king because that's all this game is. It is pure negotiation. There's nothing really else here. It's all random, the random card draw, the random tile draw, and it's down to you to win the game with your skills at getting what you really want. And if you haven't got those skills, you ain't going to win this game, you know what I mean? Because it's how hard can you drive the bargain, how much can you eke out of your opponents, and how much can you hold back to hoard and to win the game. So we're going to give Chinatown 5 out of 5. It is without doubt the go-to negotiation game if that's what you're into. So there you go, that's Chinatown. Remember, if you're new here, then please consider subscribing to this channel. Leave a comment in that section down below. We'll see you next time.